Welcome, fellow bookworms, to Tibra's Den. My name is Whitney, and today I'm talking about a couple of readathons I'm participating in the month of May. Now, I'm definitely trying to participate more this year. I've participated in Battle of the Boy Bands, which has been a lot of fun. I participated in Realmathon, which at the time I'm filming this is still going on. There's about a week and a half left of the month, and been having a lot of fun with that one as well. If you haven't participated in Realmathon, I definitely encourage you to do so next year if it comes back around. I'm hoping it will, because it is a lot of fun, and you can basically just read whatever you're reading and then see what points they can fulfill for your team. And so it's really easy to participate as well. I'm Team Enya, so that's the fantasy-based genre, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So anyway, I'll leave Cassidy covers with Cassidy down below, and that way you can go check out the Realmathon video and hopefully participate next year if you would like to. But the two I'm going to be participating in May, first up we have Escape the Readathon. I don't have the prompts for this yet. They're not coming out until the readathon actually starts. And again, it's basically you're reading your books and you're seeing what they can fulfill as you're reading. And it's basically based on escaping a haunted house, which is so much fun. So you have 4 different teams. You have Team Film Crew, which is the team I'm on, which the reason you're at the house is because you're a film crew and you're coming to investigate this paranormal location. You have Team Ghost Tour, who is stuck at this house because they are on a ghost tour. This place is haunted, and so they're kind of tourists coming to see this haunted place. Then you have Team Vacationers, who are on vacation. They kind of get broke down, and then they're here at this house trying to get help. And then you also have Team Partiers, who are at this house to party. So much fun. There's a bunch of different co-hosts. And so I will leave Books with Lexi's channel down below and in the description down below, and that way you can go to the original video and get more information on the readathon itself and all the different co-hosts and whatnot. But sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope you will join us as we participate in it. Then I am also going to be participating in Spoonies Readathon. This is put on by Naomi at Naomi's Bookshelf and Emily at Novel Novels. And this one is all about disability rep. So Spoonies, in the short, if you're a Spoonie, the theory is each day you start out with so many spoons, and everything you do takes a spoon away from you. And so at the end of the day, if you don't start off with a lot of spoons to begin with, you're not going to have enough energy to complete everything in your day. So it's just kind of a way to explain like how much energy we have to spend in a day, because each day varies. Some days you have more spoons than others, and so some days you can get more things done than others. And so I will leave Naomi left a little article on it. I will link that down in the description below as well if you kind of want to learn more about spoon theory. But it's definitely kind of a good way to explain why, sometimes we literally just physically can't get everything done. We do not have the spoons that day to get everything done. And so, yeah, it's a really good way to kind of explain the energy levels. And I've actually been wanting to participate in something like this for a while. I've been wanting to read more books with disability rep, specifically autism rep, because I am autistic. I also struggle with fatigue a lot as well. And so that's something that's always been a struggle for me, is energy in general. But with being autistic as well, there's some days my mind just doesn't have it to deal with everything. So this is a really good readathon. The prompts are super easy. You can double up a book for prompts, triple up, whatever. Like, she made it really easy to participate. And that way, or they made it, I guess, Naomi and Emily. So it's really easy to participate. You don't have to stress about getting a lot read or anything like that. So I'm going to go through the prompts and what I'm going to be doing for them. So the first prompt is an author with a disability. And so for that one, I'm going to be reading Songs of the Gorilla Nation, My Journey Through Autism by Dawn Prince-Hughes, Ph.D. This is one I found at a thrift store, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet, and it is nice and short. I had to add this on extra to my TBR, but I'm happy to do so because it is one I've been wanting to read. And yeah, it's about her interest in gorillas and kind of her journey through autism. So, really excited to have that. And the other books I'm reading could definitely fit for that. Like I said, I try to just do um, each book fulfills 2 prompts is kind of how I tried to do it. So there's that one for, like I said, author with a disability. Next up, you have books with a disability you can relate to. So again, I'm autistic and I do have fatigue, but that one could have worked. But I'm already reading this one. I've been participating in Autism Reads, which is kind of a book club slash read along put on by Christine over at An Autistic Reader. So there's a Discord, and each month we read a different book with autism rep. For May, it's Can You See Me by Libby Scott and Rebecca Westcott. Sorry, I'm not talking well today. And so it says, Tally isn't ashamed of being autistic, even if it complicates life sometimes. It's part of who she is. But this is her first year at Kingswood Academy, and her best friend Layla is the only one who knows. And while a lot of other people are uncomfortable around Tally, Layla has never been one of them until now. Something is different about 6th grade, and Tally now feels like she has to act normal. But as Tally hides her true self, she starts to wonder whether fitting in is really what matters most. And I remember elementary school wasn't that difficult for me. I had a really close friend, which really helped me navigate it. She moved away in junior high, so a little older than this because it was, I think we had 7th grade together and then she moved away. But yeah, I definitely can relate to this for sure. And then this one is also going to be easy to read format. So this is whatever works for you. I am a physical reader. Audio is hard for me. I don't read electronically at all. I chose this one for this prompt though because it is kind of middle grade, and so obviously that's a lot easier to read than like an adult book. So it's not only physical, which is my preferred method, but it's also middle grade, which makes it really, really easy to read. So that's the third prompt is easy to read format. And like I said, that could be anything. And then for nonfiction, I'm going to be going with Songs of the Gorilla Nation again. Like I said, this is her account of her time with the gorillas and her interest in them and then her journey through autism. So it is a nonfiction. So that one works. And then the middle square is self-care. So just an act of self-care. I'll probably go get like lunch or coffee, throw in stuff here. And then, just settle down with one of the books. It will be my act of self-care. And then the next one is to recommend a booktuber or creator that has a disability. And so I have 2. I have Teresa at Sweet Tea Reads. I can't remember exactly. I think she has Lyme disease and whatnot. But yeah, definitely go check out her channel. She's definitely a smaller booktube. She started her channel a while ago, I believe, and then because of health, she wasn't able to upload consistently, and so now she's back, which is how I found her. And she's back and kind of uploading consistently again. And so definitely go check out that channel. And then another one's a bigger booktuber, and it's Ava at Ava's Romance Books. So both of those, like I said, will be linked down below. But I regularly watch Sweet Tea Reads. I really enjoy her personality, and I like her channel, her TBR game, and everything like that. Ava, I don't watch as often just because her reading tastes aren't as in line to mine. And so I do try to tune in regularly though. So those are the 2 booktubers or creators that I would recommend. And then we have Comfort Read. And so for that one, I'm going with Grimm's Complete Fairytales. I think fairytales are easy. I love fairy tales, so I had this on my TBR already, so I decided to go ahead and add that for that slot. This will also cover classic with disability wrap. Fairy tales often have some kind of disability in them, and this one specifically, I'm thinking Rapunzel because the prince gets his eyes injured and then he's blind. Um, I don't know other specific books in here that necessarily have disability or stories rather or fairy tales, but I know Rapunzel. So and plus it's on the front page or the cover there. So yeah, that's the specific story I'm going with in this one. I'm gonna read several stories, but that's what I'm going with. And then the middle square on the bottom is research a disability. And so I'm going to tie into Grimm's fairy tale with this. And I'm actually going to be reading Disfigured by Amanda Leduc. And it's on fairy tales, disability, and making space. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I thought that was perfect how disabilities are kind of represented in fairy tales and how they were represented early on, like disabilities early on. And so yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I went perfect with me reading some Grimm's fairy tales this month in May. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. It's been a rough week. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to finally read this. Like I said, it's not researching a specific disability, but it's kind of looking into and researching how disability has been presented in stories from early on in fairy tales. So really, really excited for that. So not too bad. Like I said, 3 of these I was already planning on reading. The only one I added was Songs of the Gorilla Nation, which is a nice short one anyway. So this is kind of my TBR for the Spoonies Readathon, and like I said, I'm really, really excited for all these. So can't wait to participate in that. I hope you'll participate as well. Definitely leave a comment down below if you are and what books you will be reading, or if you have a specific book that you're excited for to read, or which disability you're kind of interested in learning more about. And definitely let me know if you're participating in Escape the Readathon as well and which team you're going to be a part of. So that's it for me. Like I said, I'm really excited for both these readathons. I have been kind of overdoing it a little bit, especially with Realmathon, I noticed, which my TBR was already large, but I've been pushing myself a little bit harder. So I think after May, I'm going to kind of take a step back for a couple months, and then try to participate in more readathons come autumn. But yeah, I definitely have been enjoying participating, but I do become very, very involved. So I do kind of need to monitor that so I don't burn myself out, which is participating in Spoonies Readathon is a perfect reminder of that, especially with that self-care that, sometimes you just need to take a step back. But I still am very, very excited to participate in both these readathons. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. Happy reading, everyone. Bye.